Welcome back to Weekend Movie Bros.
Hello.
I am Jacob. This is Idiot. And this is where we watch movies 3 times a month. Yep, that's this channel. How you guys doing? You guys good? I'm alright. I've been so when it comes to life. I think everything is turning on to a good leaf, but you just never know. I'm happy where I'm at.
Earlier today.
I'm happy in where I'm at in my relationship and with my family. But I always think God's just going to drop another bomb on me,
Is this where you should bring that up?
Well, yes. I mean, streaming live to YouTube is exactly where you should talk about your problems.
Why'd you pull up Jennifer Walters and break the fourth wall and look at the screen like...
So, speaking of mental problems, we're going to be watching The Night House today.
And again, I watched this actress earlier today.
Oh, what'd you watch?
I finally did it for the first time in almost 7 years. I watched Iron Man 3.
Oh, yeah, that's trash.
No.
It's
I
funny.
was so wrong. Iron Man 3 is good.
I told you that.
Well, I appreciated it. I know this is so off topic, but it involves her. She's great in Iron Man 3. She's really, really good. But I think after watching post Shang-Chi stuff, I appreciate that movie more because of Trevor.
Shang-Chi is one of the movies we almost watched today.
You were all over the place with your choices.
I really was.
You were going from mirror scene to bus scene to whatever happens in this movie.
Actually, more like mirror scene to on the side of a building scene to whatever happens in this movie. I like the bus scene, but the side of the building shit that will forever live free, run free.
And after She-Hulk, I have a strong feeling we might see another Kung Fu Master show up in this show. Just saying. Anyway.
In what show? We're not watching She-Hulk right now.
But in the show.
Okay. Zachary, you know nothing about this, I'm assuming.
No. I haven't seen the trailers. I just know that you effing loved this when it came out back in
last year.
2021.
Yeah. This movie, now, I'm going to reference this because I don't think Zachary's going to have the same exact reaction I had after done seeing this movie. We'll talk about why I did have the reaction, but this movie set me into a 6-day-long depression afterwards. It was my second favorite movie of the year, or third favorite movie of the year. Yeah, we're going to watch it. Second or third favorite movie of the year. Has one of my favorite performances of the entirety of last year in it. And yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Everybody I show it to ends up really enjoying it or taking something away from it. I think there's a lot of messages in here that are really, really good and really, really strong. Has the horror elements for everybody who wants those. And it also gets really weird, which I think we all like. We all like a little weirdness.
Do you?
I do. So, there's that. All right, you ready?
Sure.
Hey, psychological? Extremely disturbing. You're not going to sleep for 2 weeks.
No, I'll take the latter.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, wait, not sleeping for 2 weeks? That's
No,
what that means. That's us. I was like, we were too far into this, but we could switch.
Not good.
That's my reaction. It's like it's Suspiria. All right, hit play.
Okay. 3. Are you watching on HBOMAX or Amazon?
Amazon. But I own it, so it's not going to cause any issues.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
For our people who are watching with us, if you own it, you can watch it through that. But it's also on HBO Max as well if you want to participate through that scenario as well.
It's always in the description for anybody who's curious when we're doing live reactions like this, where you can watch it yourself. So you can get your own copy because we cannot share. But I will let you know, Zachary's TV is really loud, so you might be able to hear the movie, but you can't see the movie.
Just wait. The comments say, "Jake, what's wrong?"
Just a little jab. All right, ready?
Yep. I'm watching it on my Roku. So here we go with this again. All right. You guys weren't there for Big Brother. It was a whole thing. 3, 2, 1. Thank God, no ads.
It's
Oh,
also
no,
a
it's
Fox. Well, it's a Searchlight Pictures movie.
Wait, this came from the Mouse House? I have to remember, Searchlight and 20th Century Studios are completely different from what the Mouse House is.
They really are. It's a good thing you haven't seen anything because I really don't think the promotional did this movie good.
You know, there's another movie I don't think promotions did very well for that I think we should give a watch too.
What's that?
John Carter from Mars. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh.
I haven't seen that one in a while, and I've been hearing it's been 10 years since the movie came out, and I don't know, I think it'd be a fun watch.
Oh, and Zachary, the
Huh.
sister
Yeah.
from *Malignant*. This is the movie she's in.
No way, really?
Yeah, you'll see
Oh.
her, so you can truly tell what *Malignant* is truly supposed to be.
By the way, I wanted to let you know I watched that yesterday.
Oh no!
Yeah, that movie is something.
Oh my god, it is 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Over 10 years old now. It's crazy.
It's one of the most celebrated. It's one of the most discelebrated flops of Disney's history.
And they also
Their
have
own fault.
Tomorrowland.
Nah, this one's worse. She gets to play with a giant ape again.
Uh-huh. And that means I'll see that giant ape again.
Yeah,
God.
I'm excited. I'm excited. You like Godzilla versus Kong. You shush.
I had fun. I didn't like it.
I just don't know what the movie's going to be. They're teaming up to fight what?
Something.
Apparently it's from the inside the earth. Trying to go back to my monster mythology, trying to think of like what it could be.
Well, we're watching a movie, so think about it later. Let your mind be open.
It is open.
I guess we're watching 2 psychological movies back to back. Isn't that what Lightyear is?
Oh boy, yeah, it is.
Big gigantic mind fuck.
Oh boy, man, you don't know. I gotta tell you, this is the one thing I love about our commentaries that we do together. is that it brings new movies to light for me that I would never see within the Shadow Light of Day.
Yep, you would never see this.
Nope.
Fun
So
fact: I was excited for this movie before The Invisible Man came out with Elizabeth Moss.
which is another good one.
But what were you saying?
Oh wait, did the director of The Invisible Man do this movie?
No, it just happened to be promoting around the same time. It's supposed to come out in April of
Gotcha.
that year,
Gotcha.
but you know,
But
pandemic.
but no, like this is what I think either a reaction channel or a commentary channel should be. It's not should just be like, hey, let's go back and watch the highlights of something that we truly like. Like, no, this should be something that, either one person of the group or everybody in the group should be something that they've never seen before. Otherwise, what's there to commentate on unless you've seen, the project.
Exactly, I agree. And I feel like we're pretty good about it. We do have a few times
Absolutely.
where we watch movies that we've already seen, but it's
For
very rare.
symbolic or systematic reasons we do it. There's still one movie on our catalog we have never watched together on this channel. We talk about ad nauseum together with. There's a sequel coming out in 2024.
Yeah, we'll watch it eventually.
It's just I don't know.
I have a hard time going back to it.
Oh, believe me. What was it? About a month ago, I tried watching it, and what did I get to? Oh, when he gets fired. Yeah, no, I stopped after that. But like this, I've never seen it before. And when we watch Lightyear, it'll be on the other side where you've never seen it before.
Whereas when we watched Prey earlier this month, we
That was
both
a
had
whole
never
new-
seen.
Which, by the way, go watch Prey.
Yeah, it was great. Can't say I said that about a Predator movie, but I sure did.
They have a Hellraiser coming out on Hulu. Hulu's getting all the good horror movies.
Hellraiser actually is breaking a lot of ground. It has Pinhead is played by a
Pinhead.
trans woman, which was the
I'm
original
actually
way that it was supposed to be represented.
I'm actually curious about it. And since it's gonna be on Hulu, give it the shot. I've never seen a Hellraiser before though, so it'll be my first time in experiencing it.
Yeah, I'd have to figure out, and I'll figure it out before. Maybe we'll give it a watch. But if it's a sequel or if it's a new thing, I would have to do a little research into it. But
Okay. I don't know, I think it'd be fun. Whoa. That was a cool shot.
I'm so excited for you to see this movie.
That silhouette of the guy in the back of the door when that was cool. That was really cool.
Like I said, we're gonna have things to talk about. I'm excited.
Man, don't you hate other days when you wake up on the floor?
Depends on why you're on the floor.
Wrong movie, Jake. Wrong movie.
Just saying. This
Wrong
is very much the wrong movie. I completely
movie.
agree with that statement, but still.
Still, wrong movie. Sorry, what now?
It's so interesting watching with someone who has no idea what the plot of this is.
What? Where are their footprints? We'll get the mystery team. They need something because their movie got canceled. Go get them. Get this mission. Ooh, too soon.
Not really. Matthew Lord wasn't part of it.
What, the animated Scoob movie? He wasn't?
No, it's a sequel. It was a sequel to Scoop.
Yeah, wasn't he? Oh, no, he
No.
wasn't. Will Forte was.
Yeah, it is kind of sad though for that movie though, because like Batwoman, everybody's like talking about. But that was another movie that was fully animated, fully done, that is just now in the vault,
Ready to go.
and they're not going to get a funeral screening.
No. Well, I mean, look at all the animation that they didn't. Okay, I think everybody's taking the animation part of this the wrong way. They didn't cancel any of the animation stuff. They're shopping it to other networks because Zaslav doesn't want HBOMAX to be a kid. Hey, wow, holy crap, man, she does look different.
It's a completely different moment for you, I promise.
It's insane. Okay, why'd that lady give her a bad look? Her husband just died. Leave her alone. Nah, I get that. Sis, read the room. Read her room. She didn't want to talk about it. Don't berate her. Don't berate her. No, that's something that really ticks me off is that if someone is giving you that vibe, they just don't want to talk about it, and you can just go, like, read their memo.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh my god, I love that feeling. Where you're so tired, but every time you close your eyes, it feels like a sensation racks your body.
I've never had that feeling. Holy. Whoa. What the? She fell asleep at past 2:15. Yeah. Did you just come here to cause problems, lady? Leave her alone. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I would slap a bitch. My Kermit the Frog's coming out. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, okay. If you want to know, now you know. If you want to know, now you know. No. Mhm. Just don't talk. Just go. Oh, I recognize him.
Yeah, I can't remember what he's from, but I definitely do recognize the face.
Mm. He built that place?
Ah, he's Ben from Daredevil.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, God. She's hearing things. The gunshot she heard was not from anybody, but it was a metaphorical gunshot with those metaphorical footprints.
Just wait. Just let the movie play out, Zucker. I know you're nervous. I can see it.
I'm not nervous. What are you talking about?
You guys did not know. Zachary does not enjoy these type of movies very often because he likes answers right away. So he's more of a person who would look up the ending and then watch the movie.
My brother knows me too well. There's a film that I will never watch simply because of what my brother and my mother have said, because it being just too stressful. Rachel
mother?
getting married.
Oh my God, Rachel getting married.
Yeah.
Oh, I should put you through that. Okay, cool.
No, let's not.
It's on the list now. I'm just kidding. I don't like that movie. I'll put you through Mother though. That sounds like a fun time. I've teased that one on the channel before. We're getting closer to October, so maybe.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
You say mother?
I'm having conversations with myself. Don't worry about it.
God, Jacob, we've talked about that one. I don't know. Why are you always putting me through types of psychological thrillers always involving houses? You know, it's a recurring thing with you.
Maybe it's my kink.
I don't know, but I feel like every psychological thriller we've watched over the past year has either been something involving a house, getting away from a house, or being within the house.
I truly just have really put two and two together right now, so I don't really know. Maybe maybe it's something psychological in my brain where I'm like, ooh, I really like that.
Think about it. You know, the Kevin Bacon one.
I don't know.
What the? Trick it, don't listen to it. What'd you do? Build your house like a maze? Terry Dory. Listen, girl, you need to get some sleep. I gotta say, whatever camera they used on this movie is really good because you actually like the pores on her face. That's a quality camera. Little details.
Quality.
Hereditary.
Can you stop bringing up movies with houses in them?
I bet if we look at our back catalog on this commentary channel, at least 2 to 3 of them will involve a house.
I like a house on a lake. Judge me.
That's haunted.
Judge me harder. Sit in Maine, okay? I'm a Pacific type. Don't come at me.
Welcome. Hey, she does what I do.
Wakes up scared?
No, I don't sleep with blankets anymore. I sleep on top of my blankets now. I don't actually sleep underneath them.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and this is Idiot.
I would leave that house so fucking quick. Why would you text them? That's the exact opposite of what I would feel.
I would text them.
That's the stupidest conversation I've ever seen.
I would text them 110%. I would also try to call them.
Don't call. Cool.
Oh, she has 5G.
In the entirety of that. That's what you get from that? Don't look out the window. 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 I may have said it 5 times to you people. I'm going to say it one more time. Don't look out the window. She's looking out the window.
Look out the window.
I don't want to look out the window.
Look.
That is a... You were looking at... Oh, I thought he was standing on the water. Girl, you ended up on the ground again. Next to a bathtub.
It's a pretty ass bathtub, though.
So for people wondering why I was genuinely shocked about the naked man, not because he was naked. I thought he was standing above water, like standing on top of it. But, you know, ghosts, walk through things. So that makes sense. Okay.
You know what's really
Did he even get
interesting?
dressed?
This is an indie movie, right? They paid more care to detail and attention to make sure that she has an actual conversation through text messages with a bunch of people before getting to her dead husband and actually having a conversation in that thread. Whereas you go to a Marvel movie, it's just hi, hi, like as they're starting a brand new text thread. Make it make sense.
Jacob, that's any movie.
I know,
So
but
just a high.
look how organic it is. It's very immersive.
But it wouldn't put the ceiling of work if they did it that way.
Exactly.
For every film. Yeah, that's you. Don't pull it and let that picture move. Thank you. Still one of the scariest scenes in film, in my opinion.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
That utterly terrifies me.
I remember sitting in the theater and you screaming well,
a slideshow and then a magical clown pops out of it. Mm-mm. That's any guy's type. A woman with clothes on. Ooh. Water, wet. Or a guy with guy's clothes on. Why not obviously Clark? He's saving the day. The sister is giving off bad vibes. So, if you're wondering what your teachers do after they get out of school, they go to a bar and bitch and complain about you about your parents.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty true, yeah.
It makes you wonder what the Blanchester teachers do after school's over.
They read.
They read. All the Ghostbusters. That joke never gets a chuckle out of him. I consider that a victory. That was perfectly timed, in my opinion. Sleep paralysis. Contagious. I'm telling you, the sister is up to something.
The friend. Say friend in this movie. It's not her sister. It's a friend. People get confused.
Wait, that's not her sister?
No, it's just a friend.
Man, you got me confused. You said the sister from New England, so I instantly went.
I understand.
Fine, that friend is something up with her. Okay. You keep it with you.
I feel like that's a pretty natural response.
Yeah, I speak that. Why are you going to read it? Man. Could you imagine trying to say I have to go use the restroom and her yelling at you, no, you sit down with this note? After being the one who asked about said note.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. I agree.
That's a again. This is the difference between me and my brother. He found that hilarious. I found that morbid.
I did find it pretty funny. I laughed really hard when I saw it the first time in theaters.
I bet you were the only one.
I was, yeah. It's fine. Not in the theater, but laughing at it, yeah.
Everybody else turned around and went, "Why is that guy laughing?" Of course, your husband's name is Bob.
I feel like Bob gets a bad rap as a name. Poor Bob.
Oh,
Bob's a
the builder.
builder.
We are. Why are we in such a sync, man? Bob the. That. I died back in Tennessee. You're gonna tell the story while you're living. Hmm. Do you know how to pick the fun ones? Didn't want to disappoint them. Who goes to the movie for not saying a white light? So for everybody says when they pass on and come back. So wait, In the Heights is just a bunch of bullshit?
Just leave.
No Ciencia Sadi Fe? None of that? No?
Just fucking stop it.
Excuse me.
You should be excused.
This is how I cope with these kind of films.
I
I
know.
make poor comedy.
Poor choices is what he means. Not poor comedy, poor choices.
Hey, you thought the Ghostbusters one was funny. He acknowledged. Put that on the record. He acknowledged it.
Murderer the record.
Myself. I'm just being nice. So if you fall asleep on her lap, how are you going to end up on the floor? Answer my question. Did the ratio of the movie change?
Yeah, I have the version.
Um, that was the most random ratio change I've ever seen.
Was it random? Is anything ever random?
You shush.
Think about it.
I want to watch the movie, not think about. I get what you're doing. Okay. Yes. Walk into the open tunnel. Oh, what the? No. Why would you follow the running man? What the? Gosh. Got it.
Yeah. We have to pause.
Take. Oh, well, you guys witnessed that. Woo. We're 40 minutes in. Man, well, for my sake and me going to bed, I am watching Top Gun after this is over. Or Big Brother, either one. Ah, if you were with us for a malignant reaction, you know whenever I hold remotes, they tend to fly during these kind of films. Well, you got yours for this one. I guarantee you, my brother didn't think there'd be a remote throw in a very calm psychological thriller. Did I prove him wrong? Hello, how are y'all doing? There's my boy right there, right there, right there. There's my boy. I guess while we're waiting, I'll tell you guys what I've been watching. Today, I was building some. Uh, I have decided I'm kind of expanding on my Iron Man collection. Um, I will be doing a video on it shortly. But I watched Iron Man 1 today, and I watched Iron Man 3, and I watched Civil War. Just a bunch of really good Iron Man movies. I've seen Infinity War and Endgame at nauseum. But I've grown to appreciate Infinity War more over Endgame. I think Infinity War actually is a better movie. After watching it, I took last night. Excuse me. And so, just got me in the mood, and I was building some Lego sets based on MCU Iron Man stuff, and they're awesome. I got like the Ironmonger set and an extra armory for my suits that I have, my Lego Iron Man suits, and I kind of finally came to the reason that I just.
Yeah, early for you. 50 minutes in the movie? Into the movie? Yeah. What movie? Oh, the Night House?
But yeah, I was gonna watch my top 5 favorite movies of the year between yesterday evening and today, but that didn't happen. That's okay though. I'll end up doing it throughout the week at night because my top 5 of the year so far are Top Gun being number 1. Actually, no, The Batman, Top Gun, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Northman, and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That is my current top 5 right now of the year. And of all of them, obviously, I recommend The Batman the first. It's my favorite Batman movie now. Pattinson is a close second to Ben. Ben's my favorite Batman we've ever had. But my second is Pattinson. Third would be Christian Bale. Actually, no, third would be Keaton, then Christian Bale. I appreciate him as Bruce Wayne. His Batman, not as much anymore. But I think Ben has done it the best, in my opinion. But I love Pattinson's Batman. It's very different. Top Gun, what a surprise, man. Such a good movie. Northman, again, very much looking forward to it. It paid off very, very well. Chip and Dale was my surprise of the year, still is my surprise of the year so far. I absolutely adore that movie. And then number 6 would be Everything Everywhere All at Once. So it's almost cracked. But yeah. Obviously, House of the Dragon, She-Hulk. I'm watching those, loving both of them. We get Lord of the Rings next weekend. Very excited about Lord of the Rings.
Where does that name come from? I have no clue who that is. Shit. He's like he will like always play the American Dad, like almost every movie that. Oh,
Kind of stuff. I thought Pinocchio looked awesome. Both Pinocchios coming out. Also, the game Liza P is awesome. Just
he kind of looks like
that way. Yeah. But yeah. Just to catch you guys up on some stuff going on within the news world because we have been doing podcasts lately. We got a lot going on with Warner Brothers. Not a lot. I don't want to get into that stuff. Trying to think. Have you guys watched House of the Dragon or She-Hulk, and what do you think of them? Yeah. I'm young. Of the two of them, I think, granted, we've had more episodes of She-Hulk over House of the Dragon, but I think I enjoyed She-Hulk, but I think I enjoyed House of the Dragon more. And it's crazy to think that within the next month, we're gonna have Andor on Wednesdays, She-Hulk on Thursdays. Fridays are going to be Lord of the Rings, and then Sunday is House of the Dragon. Going into the holidays, I think is awesome. That's a lot of content, but I think it's going to be awesome to have that much content. It's going to be like waiting for an episode of TV every week, which I think is awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll turn towards you guys, and till he returns, we'll expand. But yeah, it's really exciting to know that we're going to get that much content. Running into the end of the year, I think is awesome. If you're one of the lucky ones to get to go see Lord of the Rings, this coming Wednesday, I hope you enjoy it. Let us know what you thought of it being on the big screen, how it's going to compare to being on the small screen. I think it's a smart move on Amazon's front to do it that way, to show off, what they spent their money on. Apparently, they do that from what reviews have said. So it's excited about that one. I'm really excited about Andor. I think Andor could potentially be, the next. Finally, we have another great show, live action show, under the banner for Star Wars. And I know some people out there are going to be like, well, Boba Fett's great. To an extent, Boba Fett's really good. Some people are going to say Obi-Wan's really good. I think Obi-Wan is good. I appreciate the show. It's now a demanded watch for my recap or rewatch of any Star Wars title. I do a recap or rewatch of the show, of the movies, and so it always has that important place in my timeline. But I think what Andor is going to do is take what was the best thing about Rogue One, which was its practicality, I guess you could say, which is the fact that they're shooting on location with sets for this show, where they're not using the dome that the other shows have used, which I think is a smart move for this one because it feels more like a continuation or the beginnings of the Rogue One, and it's very interesting that you can watch 1, 2, and 3 and Obi-Wan leading into Andor now, going into Rogue One, then the 4. I think it all ties now very nicely. I think that's awesome. And knowing in season 2 we get how him and K2SO met, I think it's really cool too. Rogue One, besides The Force Awakens, the first 2 Disney era Star Wars movies they put out are my favorite. Rogue One is my favorite of the bunch. And so I'm very happy to see more love going to my my favorite of the current era of Star Wars films. If I had to go back, though, it'd probably go from original trilogy. I would have to say 4. I think Episode 4 is my favorite of the original trilogy. Of the prequels, obviously, it's everyone's favorite. It's Episode 3. Revenge of the Sith is just awesome. And then from the Disney era, it's definitely Rogue One, but 7 comes up close after that. I go back and watch 7 a lot. Same thing with Rogue One. Of the Disney Plus shows, I go back. I've only gone back and watched Mandalorian again. I think once. I've only watched Boba Fett once. I've watched Kenobi's episodes twice, once by myself and once with my dad. So I've watched that show 2 times. However, I watched the final fight between Vader and between Anakin and Obi-Wan a lot on YouTube with a really good music edit. Excuse me. I go back and watch Clone Wars quite a lot. On the Marvel side, I'm pretty much like a one and done thing when it comes to the Marvel shows per se. But just on a good casual day, I go back and watch Civil War, Black Panther, those kinds of movies constantly. I have not watched Multiverse of Madness yet on Disney Plus, and I don't know if I'm gonna watch Thor when it drops in September on Disney Plus Day on September 8th. I will definitely watch Pinocchio. I know that for a fact. I think Pinocchio's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna rewatch the original Pinocchio myself sometime this week. I don't know when. The short movie will be easy to get through, but I haven't seen Pinocchio, the Disney one, in so long. I think that'll be a good rewatch to go into before you watch the live action one.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. The audience, we're live.
You didn't say that.
I kept them occupied.
Okay.
We're continuing.
Yeah.
What?
Enjoy yourself.
Go enjoy myself?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna play Elder Scrolls Online.
Don't enjoy yourself too much. Yeah. All right. I'm at 4010. Where you at?
Let me know. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 4009, so I'm a second behind. That's fine.
That's cool. Yeah. It's more fun for me to get to react to you being scared of shitless, like, a minute ago.
Uh-huh. All right. 3, 2, 1. This is the longest dream.
Who says it's a dream?
No. I've seen enough Scooby-Doo. Go the other direction. No. It's Jason. Run. Don't go to the edge of the dock. No. Why would you walk closer? Nope. Don't close your eyes. It's going to show the spawn of Satan.
The spawn of Satan says.
That's it. Get Zach Bagans. Get the Ghost Hunters crew. Get them down here. Do a spirit box reading. What the fuck is that? And she's on the boat. I'm on a boat. Wrong time.
Zachary is anxiously nervous.
Really? Who the hell is steering that boat? I need a spirit box reading of causal deniability that I got on that boat by myself. Get Bagans. Let it be a disco. Oh, no. Anytime you see a blood red moon, you gotta go the other direction. I didn't know this was an episode of Marvel's Moon Knight.
Yup.
This is the fourth personality. Beth. I swear, the heavens on earth, if this is her actually waking up on a boat, nah, it can't be. That's too rapid of a water for a lake. All ashore, who's going to shore? There you go. Why do you go to the wood? Man, you make some weird choices, lady. Yep, that's your house. Fascinating. Was I supposed to notice the red helicopter? What? Is this a sequel to Inception? Dream within a dream? No. That's not you. That's what only could be described as a different lady. She must have took some kind of ultimate sleeping pill for this dream to continue on this much. No. That's a twist. Stuff. You answered your own door. This is the DCU's Flashpoint. She's seeing herself. Where's Kevin? Where's Michael Keaton?
Where's Kevin Costner? That's what he's gonna say.
No, I was gonna say Kevin Conroy. Completely different thing.
Oh, same person.
No, one is the father of Superman. One's the animated Batman.
Same thing.
Don't tell the DC people. Then they'll bring it. Really, it's the same thing. Martha, really.
Yeah, Martha.
Okay, her husband was a creeper. Okay, some of these pictures are kind of blatant. Like they're looking at their mailbox while there's a guy standing straight next to him going, click. Tree. Lots of trees. What the? God, everything looks like a person now. I saw some leaves moving together at the same time. I was like, it's a human. It's not, it's just a bunch of leaves.
Or is it a human?
Shush.
I mean, obviously the whole point is to question everything.
It probably came from your house. What? That wasn't a question.
Or was? Oh, hey, Zachary, you want to know what the weirdest thing? The Hellraiser movie was directed by the same person who directed this.
Well, I know what's gonna be thrown. I know what's gonna be thrown during that commentary. Lots of remotes.
He does have a very good job of building tension.
Clearly, I threw the remote and catched it.
Hellraiser is rated R for strong bloody horror, violence, and gore, language throughout some sexual content, and brief graphic nudity. What a fun time for us.
You said brief, strong gore language, and I was like, what do they do? Speak in gore, and it's kind of hardcore. Like they spell out the words fucking gore. Gore language. That one didn't land. Okay. Wait a minute. What? You said you build houses on the property because it's bought by government land, and there's
It is a remake.
house. It's a remake.
It's a remake, so we can watch it when it comes out in October.
There's our group watch right there. Calling it now.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Oh,
October's all about horror movies, so you got to pick a horror movie anyway. So
I did. It's 3 hours long.
The Batman is not a horror movie.
It's a great movie for October.
Does not justify. You can watch it in September or November, but not October.
But you left out December.
No, Christmas. And Christmas movies tend to do well. So, like, we got to watch Christmas movies during Christmas time.
Are you kidding me?
Honestly, we should have thought Christmas in July, to be honest with you.
Speaking of that movie, did you see Dan Levy's going to be on Sex Education Season 4? Guess what I'm doing? Catching up with Sex Education to watch Season 4. I actually heard the show's good, but now
it's great. I watched the half of the first season. It's pretty funny. Very British.
But I'm going to watch it now because Dan Levy's going to be on there. I'm like, yes, please. It's a boot. No, it's a heart. Now it's like I'm watching one of Dad's Randonautica videos. It's Pinhead. Ugh, man. That woman had a bad day.
The one in the vagina? Oof.
Whoever was doing voodoo on whoever that was. Uh-oh. Go talk to Mel. And he won't be making sandwiches.
What?
He won't be making sandwiches. Really? What brought you to that gratifying conclusion? Kind of wants what? He hadn't fallen.
Hmm?
That man did not fall. He had alcohol in his breath and blood on his hands to wipe away the sadness and woes of killing a woman. You know the girl on Big Brother, Brittany? She's got just got those piercing eyes amongst them that makes you want to tell all the information you can. She's got those eyes.
Yeah, but they work better on her face.
I know Big Brother is done, and if Brittany, you're a fan of Weekend Movie Bros, I do apologize for my brother just said.
The Brother's not done.
No, for us, it's not done. For them,
It's not done. It's a live finale.
it's not Survivor. I have to remember that.
They are in the house as we speak right now. How do live feeds work, Zachary?
Shush. You shush. All that packing down the tray. Let me tell you, I know she's mourning and all, but she changes outfits like every other day.
Do you not?
But I feel like
No. Don't avoid the question. Answer the question.
I do too, but not within the same day.
Who said this is the same day?
Fair point.
So we mock a movie when they stay in the same outfit for 5 days in a row, and then we mock the movie with the constant outfit changes depending on their mood. Maybe instead of looking at it just an outfit change, maybe you need to look at it more intellectually.
It's called the Love Doll. Numerous spells for but wait a minute. This guy's fucking Gandalf the Grey.
I suck dick. Oh, you said get off the gray. I heard get off the gay. I guess it's I suck a staff.
You shall not pass. Folks. Wait, what did it say? This book belongs to what now?
It's the company that made the book. She's gonna look it up.
Thank you.
Books and Melodies.
Hey. Why is that called a love doll? I walk into an empty room with a giant saw. No, don't walk into that one. You know, this makes me never want a giant house with many floors.
You know what this oddly makes me want? A giant
I can
house
already
with
tell
maple.
you. I got that. You know, Jacob, I get that feeling from you with the film.
Get the fuck up. The middle of nowhere with a lake.
I know.
Maybe in a modern farmhouse vibe.
Out in the open mountains, no one can find you, no one can hear you.
Speaks my language.
It's got deep, rich history with something I don't know about. It's called a bean. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. The sides align. You saw a head. You saw a body. They're like Voltron.
Voltron? Really?
I'll form the head and body.
Keep this out of the TBPG range. Jesus.
I made a Ghostbusters joke, and the Voltron's where you keep the line.
Ghostbusters PG-13, not accepted.
Ghostbusters, the first one's rated PG.
Yeah, so is Jaws. We don't talk about it.
You want to know why?
Yeah, because of ratings.
No, but you know why there's PG-13 now? It's not because of Jaws. It's not because of that one. Gremlins is why we have the PG-13
I know.
rating now. I was telling it to our viewers.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, viewers, for calling you an idiot. It was just Zachary I meant.
I don't think people realize the significance of Gremlins. It's a great movie, but it also fundamentally changed our industry moving forward.
Did. He's very correct.
And now they might cancel the animated series based on that fundamentally important film. HBO, what you doing? No.
Wow, judgy much. Dyson like the vacuum?
There's Jacob's one, everybody. Dyson like the vacuum.
Or is it Tyson like the chicken?
He said Dyson.
Dyson, Tyson, same difference.
No, one's a vacuum and one's poultry.
What a weird way to phrase that.
Tyson's mainly poultry.
Yes, you keep using that one word.
Why don't you not be the creeper? Oh God, they're all named Beth. No, I'm just staring at you all weird like. You put that book away. This is when Steve Urkel would go, "Did I do that?" Suicide.
Just in case you had anything.
No, not particularly. That is a face of a person you do not want to make more mad. Oh, good God. Okay, so he's got a Beth cake. Cool.
That's what they said earlier in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, she's British too. So he's getting around with Beths of foreign countries. he's a fornicator. That would tickle me. She is giving up the wrong vibe. She slept with him too. She's not. There's something off about this woman. Because she was in on it. Listen, I'm not going to be the threat of the situation. Pull the mask off and find out I was wrong.
I'm not answering any type of questions you might be having right now. Keep the mask right on. Set up the trap that's going to fail. Let Daphne get captured.
Time. Do you think that's one of the plans over there at Warner Brothers? A James Gunn Scooby-Doo 3.
No.
How insane would that be, though? She's putting you in a wrong direction, my man. No. Everything you've read is true so far. You've talked to people. She's derailing your investigation. Clearly, she knows something. But you knew. I don't know why I'm so hell bent on this being true.
I guess
But
you got to cling to something, right? Maybe the true twist, Zachary. She didn't fuck the husband. She wants to fuck the wife. Sleep over. Sleep in my bed. We can share the same nightie.
I'm not getting that vibe from this.
Yeah,
movie.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just a Gabe looking for all the representation I can get.
And I appreciate representation where it's needed. I don't think it's needed here.
Wow. So I'm not needed.
No. I think this. I was not expecting to see me when I won't go back over here. I want to look back at the screen. Oh wait, nope, never mind. I'm good. You didn't listen to your friend. Hashtag villain. Love is an open door. Swear to Christ, if Owen's there, run. Uh-oh. Who are you? God, it's like looking in a mirror. That's creepy. I get the big glass, but you don't know what you're talking about. You get the little one. God, man, the imagery in this movie is fucking with my head. Like she's talking to herself. All right, I'm comfortable. Tell me you fucked her. She would. 14 years she would.
This is
Move
true.
along with your story. Was really proud of it. What's with this weird camera? Then what happened? Then, oh. She is a great facial actor.
Oh yeah, like I said, her
Two really
performance.
good facial actors back to back.
Yeah. Do you agree?
And for people, so I've said this twice during both Prey and here, I'll explain. There is acting where you speak through the mouth, but in my opinion, acting through just the eyes and the way you're looking at things to me is far harder than actually saying the lines. And when you look at
Yeah.
Rebecca Hall here, and there's also Maya Midthunder from Prey, it's just with the eyes. You can visibly
Oh,
see how they're reacting and feeling.
you were talking about her? I thought you were talking about Predator. His eyes
Uh-uh.
just told me the whole story.
Ha 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 ha. Is that it? Wait, are you kidding? Or are you actually telling
Every
the truth
look
here?
was so piercing,
So he's kidding. Okay.
just like his blade.
Or that shield.
Oh, that shield! What a bloody mess!
That was awesome. But no, to me, if an actor, if they don't have a lot of lines and all they do is just use their eyes, that to me is enough to visualize what's going on within the story. And that's why I love A Quiet Place so much. Because
Yeah.
just the face alone is enough to give or take. My favorite movie of the year so far, The Batman, Pattinson. Visual of just the eyes. It's all you need. And to me, that's a stronger performance than the actual vocalization of words, in my opinion. Find the right beam and speak to it. Beam me up, Beth. Beam. Yeah,
I'm
that one was
ignoring you.
bad. The lighting is really good in this.
I feel like it's very telling.
Don't fall asleep in that house. Don't tell a spirit that. Have you not seen Evil Dead?
I think this is what we call a mental breakdown.
Really? No. Oh, it's a house of 1,000 corpses. Come on. I was correct.
Maybe she just likes sleeping in a bag.
Come on, Jacob. You gotta give me that one. That was a good one.
Hooray! Let's go throw you a parade.
That was a good joke. It's a house of 1,000 corpses. Oh my god. It's the Predator. Come on. You've got a screen. Just let it out. So clearly, you know, mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's a lot of reading.
Look at the love doll. Run.
I think we've established in this movie that she is not going to run, Zach.
That's what I would do.
We understand this.
If twice my music came on singing folk songs, I'd be darting out of my house.
It's their,
What
it's-
ghost is haunting me playing folk songs?
it's their
Who did I
wedding.
piss off?
It's their wedding night song. It's the reason why.
I get it, but still,
Who's haunting
I
me
came
playing
home one
folk
day-
songs?
what ghost
Zachary,
would play folk songs in my apartment?
you know
did I
who would do
piss
it?
off? Shush.
It'd be Lady Antebellum.
Oh, Jacob.
Mm.
You proud of yourself with that one? Proud of yourself?
We all know it's true. You're gonna get haunted by anybody.
You know what this feels like? It's so weird saying this after watching everything so far this year. If this was the character from Iron Man 3, this would be her Phase 4 movie about grief. saying.
She had a rough time in that movie, that's for sure.
Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no.
What?
That is a sign to go.
Or to walk towards it?
You know, don't turn around, bright eye. When it rains in your house, you need to leave.
When it rains, when it pours.
That's one big ass mirror.
It is a big mirror.
That would
I
take
would have.
forever to clean.
It would.
That's a lot of Windex.
You definitely need to invest in a fan.
Ooh, no! Don't touch the spirit. I have so many questions. How do you get that visual of your? Did you not find the house full of bodies? Clearly, you're the victim that got away. Oh, he's gonna hold you in the
What?
way you wouldn't. I don't want to. Oh no. No, I'm not watching. I know. Nope. 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 Uh-oh. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. I am uncomfortable. The fuck? Oh no. And this is why you don't mess with a ghost. What the fuck? That's a visual. Who? What the? She hit her head into the multiverse. She's seeing it from another point of view. Yeah! Man, you know how to pick them.
Watch.
Have any of you ever played the demo for PT?
Yeah.
This is PT. What the? This is the most insane circus ride I've ever been on.
I mean, I did tell you it got weird.
You said this was a psychological thriller. You forgot to mention the supernatural aspects.
Psychological. We'll have a
Again.
long conversation.
Jacob really likes films involving houses, supernatural, psychological thrillers.
I don't know. It really does something.
You should write a book.
One day, probably.
Don't look at her. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the freaking phone. Wait a
This is really fucking with Zachary's mind. I tried to pick the one that wouldn't. It's kind of funny.
wait a minute. So is she dead?
Watch.
Blood Red Moon. Hi, Marley. How are you?
What's going on,
You
Tiger?
doing? Woo. It looks like an owl.
The end.
You're fucking kidding me. That would have been an absolute waste of my life if that was the end.
Would it though? Would it really? Get all the
Yes.
answers.
Oh, so I you know what? I was wrong.
Yes.
She just gave off a very, 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 very bad vibe.
Guys, props to the actress.
Good job to the actress. She played it really well.
I didn't get a bad vibe when I saw it for the first time, but everybody
Beth
has
is
different.
dead. Beth is dead. Nope. Well, sure, maybe. Depends. And the worst part is they're all going to think it's a form of suicide because there was a ghost involved in the presence. Oh. I didn't think we'd see that image again. But happens. Oh, that's a naked dude. Oh, wait, is that actually Owen? Oh. So. But Christ didn't compel this one. Wait a minute. Why would you run upstairs to look out a window? Just go outside if you know where she is.
Because for this, the house is technically on the second floor. The first floor is technically the second floor. It's how it's built.
Jake, if this ends the way I think it's about to end,
I told you we'll have a lot to talk about.
That was a bold idea.
I would think you would get into the boat, wake her up, and then take her out of the boat. But hey, everybody has their own way of doing things.
Would they think the shock of the water wake her up? I want to apologize to the actress playing this character. I did you wrong the entirety of this film. For that, I'm sorry.
For a minute, once she was on screen, you were like, "Oof, that bitch is bad."
Pretty much. Unless the major turn. Never mind.
That's the end of the movie.
Man, I'm gonna need to pick me up after we're done with this commentary. Woo!
Go watch Lightyear. I heard that's just so fun.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna say a few things. It was my pick, so I guess I should go first, and then we can talk about the literal meanings of the movie, and then the bigger meanings of the movie. Because I think with most movies, especially movies like this in particular, there are the actual, like the point blank, what this is about, why he did it, so forth and so forth. But when you start to look at it on a deeper level, that's where shit gets real. Well, not fun. Is the moral of the story. So the part of the reason why I was in a huge mess after I got done seeing this whenever it came out last year, and knew it was like one of my favorite movies. There are two reasons why it automatically became like in my top 10 horror films of like all time. Two reasons, two big reasons. One, the bathroom scene. The way that is shot and done is so unique and so cool that once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And there's a lot of visuals in this movie that Zachary probably does not want to re-see. But I think that one right there, I don't think is necessarily a bad one. I think it's a really cool technique from a filmmaking standpoint on how they did it. The second thing is the evolution of, not the evolution, the personification of depression and how they decided to do a relationship. She mentions it very early in the movie, how she was scared that her sadness that she had gone through, all the trauma that she had gone through, was rubbing off on him. Is that the reason why he ended up doing everything he ends up doing in this movie? And then they decided to go to personify that with him actually becoming a serial killer for her, killing her demons off one by one to save her in the end. And then doing that ruins himself by he basically takes over her sadness, like she was afraid what was happening, and ends up dying and saying the letter of, "It's nothing, you're saved now," because he saved her. Part of the reason why, she doesn't end up doing what she does in the end. You could make or whatever. It hit me so hard, the way it's talked about, the way the imagery is, just the conversation alone, the metaphors, it's just done so well. Like, so well. And a lot of movies that decide to tackle subject matters like this, they don't end up doing, or they try to do it, but they half-ass it and they won't go there. And this movie decided, no, we're full stream ahead, and things like that.
Mhm.
And it broke me. Oh my god, I was a mess. I was bawling so hard at the end of this movie. Obviously it doesn't make me cry anymore. I got a little teary eyed like at the very, very end, but it's beautiful. It's everything. Rebecca Hall is a sensation. This whole movie rides on her.
She doesn't get enough.
No, she does not. And this whole movie rides on her shoulders. If she was bad in this movie, this whole movie would fall
It
apart
doesn't work.
immediately. She's on screen the most.
Again, like last year, we talked about *Malignant*. The whole reason that movie works so well is the main focal performance from our lead. When movies like these very self-contained stories relying on a basically 3 to 4 member cast, that main lead, that first one, if they are not pulling their weight of the film, then the entirety of the movie falls apart. Then there's nothing you can do. Your other favorite one from Netflix, Malcolm and Marie. If those performances are off even by a smidge, the movie doesn't work. Your main leads in any film, but particularly in these smaller put together movies, the main performances have to make sure that they are, whether it's a comedy, a drama, action movie,
Yeah, whatever it is.
It has to that main lead has to make sure to throw your story in a direction, and if they are off by a kilter, then the rest of the movie doesn't matter. Whether even if the script is good, the directing is good, the rest of it's good. If your lead is off for half a second, the movie doesn't work, and that's why this works, and that's why I don't think *Malignant* gets enough credit. Because to me, both these movies, you're either with the film by the time we get to the supernatural shit at the end, and it's because of her. Like, they set her up with it by the time you get to it. It's the same thing with *Malignant*. If you're not with that performance from the beginning to the end, then the ending doesn't work for you. It's the same thing here. If you're not with Rebecca Hall's character, with Beth, by the time you get to the end of the movie, the end of the movie, honestly, could hit you in a very dumb way. In my opinion, because of the way, like, what they're doing, how they're shooting it. Like, if you're not getting it by that point and she doesn't convey it well to you, the end of the movie can look kind of eh. And that I guarantee you that's how most people feel about the ending to *Malignant*. Is that if you're not with that character's arc and story to most people, then the entire ending of that movie doesn't make sense. And so, like I said earlier, I watched her recently today in Iron Man 3. She's not a focal point of Iron Man 3, but when she shows up, she shows up. Like, the scenes that she gives are very, very good. Godzilla versus Kong. My favorite scene of that entire movie is the boat scene. When the little girl's talking to Kong and she comes out, again, great facial acting from her. That's all you need to convey is that moment of her looking up at Kong and doing the sign language. That's all you need. It's a beautiful moment of the movie. And she does it here too. Like, the entirety of just watching her face in the mirror scene of watching her husband do these atrocious things, not saying a word, it's just the way she acts with her face. And again, I said this earlier during the movie, and I'll say it again. It is the hardest thing for any actor to do that. Any actor, but when you have a caliber actor that can, that actor or actress will go places. Andy Serkis, great person to do that with.
I think another good example of this, for this movie specifically, what Zachary's talking about, because he mentioned it several times throughout the movie, especially towards the end when she starts to really realize what he did. All she's wanted this entire movie, the reason why she chases the ghost and she runs after the ghost, is because she wants him back. But if you're watching this, you're not really buying into it, you're not really believing what's going on or anything under those lines, it's going to seem like she's annoying or she's doing something stupid, because you're going to be like somebody who logically is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you chasing this thing? Why are you not trying to distance yourself? Why are you so confident? And one, I think there's an element of grief here. You have to understand what she's going through to really understand the situation and why she's so hell-bent on what she's hell-bent on. I can't say I personally do that, but her performance alone, I think, makes us feel.
Conveys that.
Yeah, it conveys it very well. And so, but if it wasn't her, if say it was a bad actress who they got to play the lead here,
then the entire movie would be completely off.
doesn't matter how cool the visuals become or how interesting the
Your
story.
favorite, the mirror scene doesn't mean shit. Like,
Because she has to convey most of that.
yeah, like, for people, you know, who don't really watch these films often, like this kind of stuff, I can bring it back to something that recently came out again last year, WandaVision. That entire series conveys on Elizabeth Olsen's performance of showing you what grief is like to her of losing Vision after Infinity War. And again, Elizabeth Olsen, fantastic actress, is able to visually show with her face at the ending of that show when Vision's leaving. No talking, it's just the visual aids of seeing that. And again, two very different mediums, but it's within the same concept of, you know, how do you work past losing somebody and how are you able to cope with it? And, you know, for Beth, it was, you know, she couldn't run away. That wasn't in her. She needed to find out what happened.
She needed the peace.
And for Wanda, her peace was in the way of, you know, because in her reality she could, bringing him back. And in this way, in this version of grief, it's not bringing them back. It's kind of, you know, showing that the note that Owen left for her was true, is that everything he did was to protect her, and she wanted to know why. And so for her, she wanted the answers. And so I don't think I'll ever watch this again.
That's fine.
But all joking aside, I made throughout this movie, all joking aside, I love this.
It did exactly what I wanted it to. It made you think, which is exactly the whole reason why I chose it. That we talked about before the live stream. It's part of the reason why I switched it. And every horror film needs the horror elements to work as well to make the sugar goes down, you know, easier. Yeah. And I think the horror elements here also extremely work really well because it was really suspenseful. The tension was so high.
The tension's great, but also for me, a great horror film, like, not on like the supernatural parts of this are interesting, but to me the horror really is what she's finding out, and that's what kept me motivated and interested in the story. It was her was her investigation to find out, you know, what happened with Owen, what was the house, you know. They were able to build on each moment very, very, very well. With how long this movie is, the pacing of it's very, very, very good. Like there's never a dull moment in the movie. There's always something going on within the film. Now, I do have a couple issues, but I really like the movie. I thought the people diving off of the cliff, I don't think that had anything necessarily for me to go with the story. Like nothing ever came out of that moment of those three people jumping off the cliff. Nothing ever came of that for me throughout those movies. So I thought that was kind of unnecessary. That sequence to me went on kind of long. I wish they would have condensed it just a little bit. Mainly that sequence to me went on for, I mentioned it as a joke, but this is the longest dream sequence I've ever seen. And it came out great by the end of it, with her opening the door and her looking at herself. I thought that was awesome. But to get to that point, it could have shaved off a couple seconds. But again, I'm not the director. I didn't make that decision. I got a completely different performance out of her friend than what she was trying to convey, because I thought the entire time she was a culprit. She was part of the Brit. Nope, I was wrong.
So funny.
That's just me. I don't know. It's just she was giving off that vibe of like, yeah, I know what's going on. I'm just not going to tell you, you know? But no, I thought visually this was well done. This makes me excited for Hellraiser. Watching this makes me excited for the director for Hellraiser.
Yeah, he did an amazing job.
Because I know Hellraiser does a lot of this kind of weird, you know, camera twisting, turning stuff, because involving what Hellraiser is. So it makes me genuinely curious to watch this movie now. again, Rebecca Hall needs more work. Everything I see her in, she's always a highlight. She's never a downgrade. Um, and so, yeah, no, this was really good. I thoroughly
Oh,
enjoyed myself.
well, I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself.
Now that you put me through trauma, I'm gonna put you. Well, we'll see how you feel after the movie's over. But I'm not gonna put you through trauma.
Yeah, I've heard some really mixed things about that one, to be honest with you. Speaking of that, we'll go ahead and jump on over there. We are going to be doing some more movie commentaries as we do here. And the next one is Lightyear. Lightyear will take place probably a week from today, is my best guess. Um, Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, no, probably a week from today. Yep. And yeah, that's the group pick for August. It's gonna happen in September, but don't talk about it. Don't really question it. It's just what happened, and we'll be announcing September's picks in during that one as well
Yes.
for the MC. I've gotten a few comments on some podcasts and things asking where it's at, and I just want to reiterate right now we are just on a break and things due to a lot of happening in life moments. I think for D23 specifically, or things like that, I was thinking of maybe we'll get together and we'll do something specifically for that event and things are those lines, something out of those lines, something like that. And also when She-Hulk is over, I was thinking we'll probably end up getting together and talk about She-Hulk if there are lasting, like they're bigger circumstances to it. We'll see how big they become. It's great though. Watch She-Hulk. Don't call it woke. Weirdly enough, I actually learned the other day that the actual meaning behind woke is it's a black term, and it's we changed it into something like bad when in reality it was something that wasn't bad, and so just us, culture culture appropriation. That's white people. Don't you just love that?
Every time.
Every time. Anyway, didn't mean to bring it up, but I'm just saying, watch She-Hulk. A lot of people use that word to describe She-Hulk, which is why I mentioned it. Either way, doesn't matter. All right. Zachary, what did you rate this movie?
I would give it a 9.
Good.
I
I'm glad
really,
you.
really, 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 really enjoyed myself. The performance, the movie's great, but Rebecca Hall herself is what. It's just what sucks is that last year she should have been nominated. I really do. After watching this, I get where you're coming from now, but unfortunately, unfortunately I'm part of that problem where I didn't go see this movie because it didn't hit me on a level. Therefore, it didn't get enough time in the airwaves for people to talk about it, and unfortunately, no one recognized her performance, which sucks.
Well, I do agree. It's also a horror film, so they don't get recognized anyways, which is really sad. I'm actually going to be renting her newest one that she did for this year. I'd say within the next week or so. And I'm sure it's just as good as the performance that she put here. And I'm sure it's probably going to be not
Even
talked
if
about.
the movie's just okay, she's never just okay.
I think she has. Let me look her up. I'm curious to see if she has ever been nominated. She's been in a lot of things that have been nominated because she's a pretty prolific and she's a director too and a writer, by the way, for movies. She's not just an actor. Her debut didn't do so well, so I don't know if she has another one coming up, but so it looks like she's been nominated for 2 BAFTA awards, which is pretty cool. That's the next best thing if anybody does not know how Oscars go. Some people actually think BAFTAs are better than Oscars, depending on where you're at. Also, depending on if you think you can get nominated for one. That's also important.
Because to be honest, isn't it harder to get nominated for a BAFTA over an Oscar?
It's way harder. So the only like typical like one that she got nominated for, not Oscar wise, is she got nominated for a Golden Globe in 2009 for Vicky Cristina Barcelona, which is a Woody Allen film that she did with Scarlett Johansson. It's like her third one she did with Scarlett Johansson.
And ironically,
Scarlett Johansson got nominated that same year for that same exact movie.
Huh.
So that was one of the first ones she got nominated for. For BAFTAs, she actually got nominated this year in 2022 for Passing, which I just had mentioned. That's the movie she directed. And she also got nominated for Best Leading Actress and Best Supporting Actress in 2013 and 2010 for TV shows. BAFTA is the British awards. It's the equivalent of British Oscars. That's essentially what it is. Because she's British. If you did not know, she's not American. Yeah. Right.
She should win an award for Best American Accent because she kills it.
For directing, nope, she does not have another one. Passing is on Netflix. It's a movie about two women. Tessa Thompson, isn't it? This is about a black woman passing for a white woman to get better in society, based on true story.
No, I heard of this one. Yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought her directing was good. The movie itself was an interesting. It was a bunch of interesting choices, but that's besides the point. That's Rebecca Hall for you. All right.
I do have one more thing
Okay.
to say. On September 8th, I don't know if you want to watch this. Come back in. I don't know if you want to watch this, but I will be doing a I'm thinking about it. A reaction to the Pinocchio movie in September. I don't know if you have any intentions of watching that movie.
Why September 8th? Is that Disney Plus
Disney
Day?
Plus Day.
That is a very big Thursday. I actually will not be able to partake in that. I do want to see Pinocchio, not the reason why I can't partake in it. I'm actually going to be at the movies that evening, and I have work that day. That day is.
Well, if you want to watch Pinocchio, then I'll wait and we'll watch Pinocchio together.
It's perfectly fine. If you want to do Pinocchio by yourself, that's cool. It doesn't make a difference to me. Whatever, shoot your fancy.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to watch.
Oh yeah, I'm a little curious. I'm not like super interested, but I thought it looked pretty charming. I'm gonna wait till reviews. It reminded me a lot of Dumbo. The trailer did, so give me strong Dumbo vibes. Which we all agree, Dumbo should have been put on Disney Plus. It's Disney Plus was around, so I don't really think it's like a bad comparison.
No,
because I think whoever directed that took a lot of liberties. That's what I thought. Took a lot of liberties with the story for Pinocchio. It looks like from the trailer, which is great.
He's not doing Pinocchio.
That's what I'm talking about. Who directed Pinocchio?
Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, he took a lot of liberties, just like Tim Burton took a lot of liberties with Dumbo. To be fair, I've only seen Pinocchio like twice, so maybe he didn't, and I just don't really remember that movie very well.
Well, I'll let you know. I'm watching it this week. I'm terrified, but I'm going to let you know.
Good luck. All right, Zachary, you want to say the outro?
Thank you guys very much as always, for joining us for these live reactions to these movies. We hope you enjoyed The Night House. Let us know what you thought of the movie and what you took into interpretation of the film in the comments down below. As always, make sure to like, rate, subscribe. Go check out our audio only versions of the podcast and certain things, Golden Globes, Oscars, whatever, over on Spotify. We will be back next week with our group pick for Lightyear, and we will see you all on Friday. Da, 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 da.